when you learn the most. By observation and listening, that you learn the most. Okay? Now when I say listening, it's not hearing. સાંભળીને પછી પણ listening એટલે ધ્યાનથી સાંભળવું એના listening, that connects with your heart. So we are going to start with spine erect and eyes closed, and we are going to repeat Om 3 times. Take a deep breath. Om, just for knowledge, Om is a complete mantra. જે વિષ્ણુ ભગવાને જ્યારે સર્જન કર્યું એ બધું ઓમમાંથી આવ્યું. બ્રહ્માજી, શંકર, બધું જે કંઈ ક્રિએશન હોય. અને Om, anytime you are driving, walking, anywhere else, you can just keep repeating Om mentally. And see what happens after 30 days. See what happens within you. Everything is within you. Entire universe, body is a universe in itself. It has everything that is out there. આખા બ્રહ્માંડમાં જે છે ઉપરથી એમાં પ્રાણશક્તિ છે. પ્રાણશક્તિ બધે જ છે. એટલે જે આપણે મહત જે કહીએ છીએ ને, મહત is the cosmic mind. જે સુપર કોન્શિયસનેસ કહેવાય ને એને મહત કહે. અને મહતને એનું એક એસ્પેક્ટ એ છે તે પ્રાણ. પ્રાણ શક્તિ બધા જ છે, એક જગ્યાએ છે. પ્રાણ શક્તિ એક અણુએ અણુ, કણે કણમાં છે. Without that it cannot move, it cannot exist actually. એટલે એ પ્રાણ શક્તિ આપણા શરીરમાં છે. એ પ્રાણ શક્તિ કેવી રીતે એને વાપરવી, એનું ભાન કેવી રીતે થાય, એને માટે આપણે પ્રાણાયામ કરવાનો છે. અને પ્રાણાયામ એટલે આ ફિઝિકલી જ્યારે આપણે પ્રાણાયામ કરીએ ને તો એની સાથે સાથે માનસિક પ્રાણાયામ પણ થાય. It happens automatically. That's why. Oh, okay. So that's why you want to do physical pranayam, and it involves mind with it. Mind એટલે મન. Okay? એટલે મનની અંદરથી વિચારો દૂર કરવા માટે મનની અંદર જે harmony લાવવી છે, the harmony you want to bring in your own mind, the real tool is pranayam. Pranayam also requires mon. Mon is not just uttering words, but manasik mon. The manasik mon. But how do we bring about that state? There are 5 states of mind. Dull, mood again, mood, kshipt, vikshipt, ekagrata, and niruddha. Dull etle, it's a stone like. The things that doesn't communicate, but it's a state, in a human being, it's a state where there is no awareness. So this next one is kshipt, means distracted mind. and third one is vikshipta. So we are all between, we oscillate. Our mind keeps going back and forth between dull state, kshipta state, and vikshipta. Vikshipta means semi-ekagra, you know. So what happens is, because of that, we talk too much, we do too much, we get angry, krodh, you know, Shadaripu, right? Kama, krodha, mada, lobha, moh, and irsha. But all that combination happens at the same time. Nothing is separate from anything else. So when you, let's say you got angry, what happens within you is more important than what happens outside. So you have to understand that. So all this understanding can take place if you do pranayama. Pranayama is the point, or is the place where your spirituality starts. You can listen to 1,000 of this vyakhyan and read all the scriptures and all that, but until you do pranayama and practice Maun, okay, that's where it starts. So the prana shakti, what I'm trying to say is that the prana shakti is wasted in so many ways, but we keep doing it lifelong. We just keep on running around like rats, you know. We use the phone, we use all kinds of things, one question starts, abdije vasana kahiye na. Vasana is not bad or anything, but do you understand vasana? Do you understand each one of your thought? What is the importance of each thought? So in order to realize that, we need to harmonize the mind. Mind is infinite. Its capacity is unknown to anybody. The only ones who are real swamis and all that, they merge into it, because the mind itself merges into cosmic mind. So now there are 5 pranas. Did everybody read this?
Yes.
Okay, so that's good. So there are 5 pranas, okay? Prana Shakti flows to everything. There are 5 pranas. The one is called prana, is mukhya prana. Then the second one is apana, which the prana operates between here and here, here and navel. Apana operates between here and Muladhara chakra. Okay? So when we do pranayam, when we inhale, which is called purak, okay, so we are inhaling. At that time, we are inhaling the prana shakti from outside to inside. Okay? This is the positive energy that we are drawing from all this. Apana is the one that takes the toxins out of the body. But when we exhale, when we retain, let's say, purak and rechak are inhalation and exhalation. And kumbhak is in the middle, where you retain the breath inside. So at that time, when we retain the breath, the apana and prana both are held at navel. Navel is the center of entire body. Everything happens from there. You know why? Because umbilical cord starts there. That's how everything, comes about. So, having learned that, 5 pranas, you need to read all this, You keep reading just that. And then there are 5 sub-pranas, but we won't go into that today. The regular practice of pranayam, it harmonizes your thoughts. You start realizing, and there is a voice inside, inner voice, that tells you, oh, you don't need to do that. Just let it go. You do not want to keep all the rocks in the same basket. And there are no diamond-like thoughts, So remove all these rock-like thoughts. And that's the reason. So when the mind acquires clarity, then you make proper decisions. You make right things for yourself, you know. And the same thing that we are learning from Gopikaji is like, what is God? Who am I? What is the central purpose of life? All this. If you want to go there, start here. Okay? Now, one of the deep breathing exercises is a very simple one. Simplest one, actually. In daily, all these hours, when we breathe, we don't breathe deeply. We just breathe probably 30, 40, or 50% and out. But deep breathing exercise is very simple, and you can watch this. So I take the breath inside to the fullest capacity of my lungs, and where this diaphragm here also expands. So it takes in, it allows you to take in all this air. Think of that as the positive energy that you are getting, you know, and it's abundant. It's everywhere, all the time, you know. So here we go. So I exhale first. Then I exhale. Inhalation time is lesser than exhalation time. You do not want to inhale. No, that is not breathing. That's just, abrupt. So when you breathe, let's say you count till 5. So you can say Om, 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 Om mentally at the same time you breathe. And you're also repeating mantra. The mantra has its own energy. Okay? And then when you exhale without retention, when you exhale, it's probably count of 8 or 10, 8, 9, 10, depending upon you. But whenever you breathe pranayama, whenever you practice pranayama, right here is the smallest aperture, smallest hole when you breathe. So you should be able to feel and hear the sound. It creates a hissing sound, So you need to listen to that. So when you practice pranayama, what I'm saying is that when you keep your eyes closed, you are not wasting your prana shakti looking outside. You're focusing right there. And then you hear it and feel it. That's the pure positive energy. The sound itself is nothing but vibrations. Everything is vibration. You all are vibration, I am vibration, chair is vibration, everything is vibration. But it has different frequencies. So it looks like what it looks, what we see. But coming back to it, so hear it. Okay, so now, why we keep the eyes closed?
To focus.
80% of input comes from outside, is through the eyes. Another 10-15% from this. એટલે ઋષિ મુનિઓને બધા જંગલમાં કેમ ગુફામાં બેસતા હતા? Because of that. They close the eyes, all they hear is just the sound of the nature. That's why. So you need to find a place where you can feel like you're comfortable. There's always one corner in your house, each one of your house, where you feel comfortable. Living room or dining room or outside somewhere, wherever you feel like, then there is least amount of disturbance. That's what I'm saying. So you go there and do that. Now, Sukha Purvak Pranayam is also very simple. It is also called Nadi Shodhana Pranayam. So what are the nadis? There are 72,000 nadis for Shakti. Shakti flows to that. It's not the blood vessels. Okay? And the prana Shakti that you inhale It goes out all the way to every point in your body. There is not a single point in your body where you touch and you don't feel it. If you don't feel it, there is something wrong. But that is the power of Shakti. Okay? No matter where you touch, hot, cold, whatever, your finger, that's what it is. So this is the power of Prana Shakti. But we want to know, we want to feel, and we want to experience. Knowing doesn't matter. You have to go beyond knowing. Knowing is just like standing on the first step of the stairs, and you want to go up to the second floor. But just standing there on the first floor doesn't give you anything. You have to leave the first step to go to the second, leave the second to go to the third, and so on. So, listening to all this is very good. You are assimilating all this knowledge that is positive. But then how do we really use it? You have to do pranayam and maun. Maun is the biggest weapon against growth. Shadripu. Maun is very, very important, and it is emphasized in every scripture there is, our Indian scripture, In schools they do silent time, I think, quiet time, right? But they don't explain anything else, you just sit there, so the child sits there. So now, Sukhapurvak Pranayam, there are two, right nostril and left nostril. Ida Nadi and Pingala Nadi. There are two. Surya Nadi and Chandra Nadi. Hot Nadi and cold Nadi. This is how Ida and Pingala are. Between the two, much in the same manner, like right on the spine, along with the spine, is called Sushumna Nadi. And Sushumna Nadi is the one where the main energy, Kundalini Shakti, flows. So it is residing at the Muladhara Chakra. There are 7 chakras in the body. Okay? So Muladhara Chakra is at the base. In order to clear its path, that's why we sit straight up. Okay? And also sitting straight up, you'll be able to sit in for a longer time. Okay? So, so the breathing from right all the way in, hold it for 2-3 seconds, then exhale through left. Okay? You follow? Breathe through here, through the right nostril, like thumb side. Breathe in all the way complete, lungs are filled with that, all the way to the brim of the lungs. And then you hold it for a few seconds, 3, 4, 5 counts, and then you exhale, close the right, and exhale through the left. After complete exhalation, then you breathe through the left, hold, and then exhale through the right. Okay, this is the one cycle. Right to left and left to right. That's one cycle. And this is called Sukhapurvak Pranayam. What it does is that when you inhale Prana Shakti, you're inhaling the Shakti, air, you're inhaling the Prana, Mukhya Prana. And it's taken all the way down to your tailbone, so to speak. Okay, Muladhara Chakra. Then when you exhale, the Apana is pulled up. But there is a point in time there where it is held together right here at the navel. Okay? Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipur Chakra. This is called Manipur Chakra. This is Anahat, Vishuddhi, Gyan, the Agya Chakra, and Sahasrara, which is the ultimate, 1,000 petal. This is where, something about Sahasrara chakra, okay? Just a little shedding some light on it. When you go to sleep, what happens? Okay? What happens is you're all day long, all your five indriyas are running around. It just, there's no limit. Okay? So at night time, when you go to sleep, you want to go to sleep, you are anxious sometimes to go to sleep. So what happens to these indriyas? So indriyas are withdrawn by a mysterious process, and the indriyas are withdrawn to your heart through a channel. Okay? And as a result, the indriyas are disconnected completely. This is what happens in sleep. But you are unconscious. You follow? You with me? Mm-hmm. Okay. So indriyas are withdrawn, and they are withdrawn into the heart. Heart is the abode of the super consciousness. And this happens unconsciously. Now, what does a Swami? What happens to Swami? He does it consciously. He is awake. He withdraws all these indriyas at his will. You see? And then he goes into that. Once the indriyas are withdrawn, there are no disturbances in here. So something you can read and develop and all that, but again, here, not without pranayama. It starts with pranayama. So everything that we do, we breathe, we eat, we do everything must be consciously done. Sajag, jagrukta ke saath karna chahiye. Without that, there is no meaning. If you are disconnected from awareness, you are just a puppet doing things. Okay? So here we can do. Now, first, what I do is with Sukha Purvak Pranayam, I'll take 3 deep breaths and then exhale, slow and steady. And with these 3 breaths in and out, what happens is you're focusing right there, so you are bringing mind into the process. Man ne tame andar le aao, andar lao, so that you focus there and you are paying attention to what is happening with breathing. It's very important to feel and experience, not just knowing. Okay? So do that 3 times, and then this thumb goes to the right nostril, the index finger goes to this, okay, to the left. These 2 fingers, you can rest them on here or inside, how you feel. Okay? And also you can do this too, like this. You can practice that. You just do it with now. Okay? You follow, you have the right position. Okay? Yeah. So that you can open and close. Right? So here is what we do. So first, leave both open and breathe 3 times in and out. Now make sure your spine is erect, okay? You don't slouch down. So that's why you sit on a hard surface where, but be comfortable. You have to be comfortable, okay? So take a breath 3 times, okay? Deep breath. When you exhale, bring the stomach in, pull it in, all the way to the spine, okay? Inhalation for the count of 5, and exhalation, let's say, to the count of 8 or 10. No holding. Now, watch me when I show you one cycle of Sukhapurvak Pranayama. So, you get the idea? But you must be able to hear that sound. That sound is very important. When we did Om 3 times, something you want to notice and really feel it. That sound will start from here. Okay, this is the Vishuddhi chakra. And that sound has the power, the vibration, that goes up and down your spine. And once it goes to up and down your spine, the energy channels, the nadi goes here, all the nadis, they carry that sound all the way to every particle, every atom of your body, every body cell. So that is the spandan. In Sanskrit it's called spandan, the vibration. Everything, like I said, everything is vibration. There's no difference between the innumerous vibrations, you know. So Om is the origin of all the sounds. Okay, when I talk, I'm making sounds. But in your mind, you learn how to make meaning out of that sound. Otherwise, it's just sound. Okay, so sound, the vibration itself carries everything, you know. So let's get ready and practice one cycle of Sukhapurvak Pranayama. Okay, so let's get ready. Breathe in. I'll call. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so you exhale through this, right? That's half the cycle. Now we inhale through the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? So inhalation, the thumb side is open, this is closed. Exhalation, now during kumbhak, retention, both are closed. Then inhalation from from the left is again, same way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And close that and open the right one and exhale through the right. Okay? So a simple thing is inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. So now you can practice on your own. Okay? Make sure the spine is erect, the head is straight, looking, eyesight is parallel to the floor. Okay, so relax, and every time you finish pranayama, let's say you did 5 cycles at first, then you can slowly increase to 8, then to 10. At first you may feel like dizzy, or something, but nothing to worry about. You are changing the behavior of your body and mind. And it is harmonizing. So body is going to resist that. Your mind, which is under the clutches of ego, okay? Ego is everywhere. It's trying to harmonize all that. So in your breathing and in your mind, saralta aati hai. It becomes easier and easier and easier. So you want to do that. Now you can do this pranayama. There is one prerequisite, is that you do not eat and then do it. Do not drink and then do it. Okay? Your stomach should be empty. And that way you will get the most benefit, because you are going to expand your diaphragm and contract your diaphragm. So you can breathe fully with your lungs. So at first you may feel uneasy or whatever, but nothing to worry about, absolutely nothing to worry about. It's just that the way you have behaved yourself, and the way your body has been behaving, your mind has been behaving, there is going to be a war inside. Mahabharata. So the Mahabharata goes on every day, every minute in our lives. So that's what this is. Okay? Now, any questions? But you have to read this, and read it quietly, digest it, and practice. Because without practice, then the practice can come with only deeper understanding of it. And knowing doesn't matter. Everybody knows everything, but you have to do it this way, okay? So feeling and experiencing is the thing. So if anybody has any questions.
Very well explained.
Good? Okay. Now, what are the benefits? The biggest benefit is that you are throwing the toxins out, carbon dioxide, monoxide, and all that. Okay? And you are breathing the positive, prana shakti. You are throwing out the negative. Okay? There are some other pranayam also. Read those and get a good book. Not just anybody, Try to get probably this Swamiji's book on Hatha Yoga and Pranayam. Ha and Ta, you know how it's like Surya and Chandra. That's Hatha Yoga. That's what it is, okay? But reading about your own self, it's all given. It's everywhere. Now, Mother Google has everything. I mean, you don't have to go anything. It's just a touch of a finger. So the other benefit is that as the oxygen becomes more and more, goes more and more into your bloodstream, the body gets better and better. The third thing is that the mind then starts, first it will try to go everywhere, distract you. Oh, I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. I'll do it tomorrow. All these kind of thoughts will come around, I don't have time. The biggest thing is, I don't want to do it. All these are the expression, Gopika ji explained, all these are, every subtle little thing that's negative is the expression of ego. If somebody was to write a book, it can be this fat and big about expressions of ego, so understand that. And so you want to maintain this every day, and you can do it anytime, any place. If you don't do this, let's say you're driving, just do deep breathing and just utter Om mentally, okay? So the mind starts lining up with the positive energy. It's one Sadguru says it's like a geometry of the entire creation. So you're making the body in line with the geometry of the creation, because you are the part of it. You're no different than that anything. Everything that is out there, it's in here. So we are the only species, humans, that are given the power of thought. Okay, so the prana shakti also expresses itself as thought force. Gopika ji tells you and gives you understanding of it. You can see the thought force. Do you realize now what I'm saying?
Yes.
That it's coming from this source and coming to you. How much you take, how much you absorb is all up to you.
Yes.
Every individual is different. But let me tell you this about listening, which I see, happens all the time. Every one of us is a bundle of thoughts, nothing else. There's nothing else. You don't have anything else. आपका मन ही है और उस मन में ये भरा पड़ा है. What is it? Oh, millions and millions and millions of thoughts. If I was to take all the thoughts away, okay, what will remain? Empty mind. That's where you're trying to go. That's why you do pranayam. So, if I have a basket of rocks and diamonds, and I present it to you, okay, take what you want out of this. What will you take?
Oh, diamond.
Diamonds. Now, see the judgment. So she has a clear idea of what to do.
She wants.
You want that clear idea, okay? So she wants to take diamond. What it exemplifies is that you want to take the diamond-like thoughts. Source is right there, diamond-like thoughts. Rock-like thoughts, you want to keep them in the house? In this house here? But what we have is 99% rock-like thoughts in there. If somebody says something, then we get upset about it, and all kinds of things happen. The prana shakti that you absorb through pranayama, not to be wasted. Do not spend your energy in talking too much or doing things that are not necessary. We don't have much time left, okay? We are all around 60, 65, 70, okay? We don't know when we're going to leave. But my point is that we must know who we are, what is the central purpose of our life before we leave this earth. And realization can happen in this life if you allow it to happen. You see, so that's what this is. Now, the other thing I want to tell you, everybody knows now Sukhapurvak Pranayama, deep breathing. Huh? Okay. The next one is for relaxation. If you travel and go anywhere, or at the end of the day, you can sit in a quiet corner and just deep breathe. You may not have to do Sukhapurvak Pranayama, just deep breathing. Now this is the exercise for cervical area. All the tensions pass through this neck. This is the connecting point between top and the bottom. This is the factory. Oh, I forgot to tell you. This is the manufacturing of thoughts here. Yeah. Oh, okay.
7 o'clock to Gopika comes.
Yeah. Okay. So the factory is running full speed. Okay, even in sleep. So the prana shakti is wasted. Okay, there are 3 states of consciousness: waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. We talked about deep sleep a little bit. Waking means we have open eyes. So we open the eyes and we see everything the same. Everything is in the same place. If something is out of place, why is it there? A thought arises. Is it really important? Make sure you know this, how the mind is working, functioning of mind. So that's why Bhagavan Buddha and all the Swamis, even Lord Krishna says in Gita, overthinking. Don't create thoughts that are not there. It's all your creation. The entire thing is your creation. You have created your own mental world. And that mental world is like a thought castle made by thoughts. And we have closed doors and windows and gates of the mental castle and threw the key away.
Mm-hmm.
We are our own prisoners. And to get those doors and windows open, we listen to that. But listening is not important, not enough, unless you practice. If you are hungry, you have to eat yourself. I cannot eat for you. Breathing is the same way. You have to breathe. If you stop breathing, you know what happens. But this is why the pranayama is very important. Now the neck exercise, it's very simple, just watch. Now you don't have to do any kind of breathing or anything like that, Now to the left, to the right, okay? To the left, to the right, to the left, like that. So you have now front and back, right to left, left to right. That's one exercise. Now you can do 10 times or whatever. And then the third in that is rotating the entire head, okay? Left to right and right to left. So it's like this. then left to right. So in the morning when you wake up and you have stiff neck, this is the exercise you want to slowly do it. One of the things is that, nowadays there are ads coming about pillows, and the spine must be, when you are sleeping on the side, the spine must be straight, and there's a truth to it. But in order, when you do this, you will keep your cervical area very, nice, in healthy way. The other thing is like, when you do exercise for the eyes, you go look up, look down, look up, look down, like that 10 times. Then you go to the right, like that, and then you rotate. So the exercise for eyes. Okay? These are little things you can do any time of the day. Any questions? Done? Okay. So everybody, the biggest gift that I'll get from you guys is practice.
Do it.
Do it. Without, yeah. Now, when you, one thing I want to tell you, what happens inside when you are listening? So the words come from the source. It enters your mind through this, right? And then inside there is a process that happens. The process of comparison. Comparison against what? What you stored in the past. Okay, so Gopika ji said this sentence. It comes to the mind, and then the mind is sending it to buddhi, intellect. And it is connected with memory, smruti. And knowingly or unknowingly, it's unknowingly, it starts comparing this versus this. And that's the battle you don't want to fight. Take exactly what it is for what it is. Do not compare your stored ideas and notions and all these beliefs and everything. When you start doing that, you are not anywhere. This is how it happens in life. If somebody says something, immediately you start drawing from the memory. Then it comes to the forefront of it. And how does it come to the forefront? If I say just one word, what happens in your mind? Just observe, okay? So I'll give you one word. Now be watchful. Gandhiji. What happens in the forefront of your mind? Right?
Yes.
Then I say Hitler. See, this is how fast the mind works.
Yes.
There is nothing that can compare to the speed of mind. You know how fast mind is? How best you look at the stars. Immediately you have that image in your mind. How long does it take to travel from here to there with a rocket? But immediately. And the best camera of the world, it develops the image immediately as soon as you put your eyes on it.
That's true.
Okay? So this is the beauty of mind. And so man is the only thing that we have. So all these things happen, and I have one page I would like to give you all so you can think about this, because this is where all it is. Everything happens in the mind. That's it. So, you cook recipe, what happens? You're boiling it. All the ingredients, you throw this, that, and everything in there, and you're boiling it and simmering, and at the end you cool it down. But that's what happens here. So, anyway.
Thank you
Thank you
very
very
much.
much.
Yeah.
That was very good.
Very good.
Excellent.
I hope your video is successful.